Blastropodcast is proudly supported by Simplecast. Simplecast makes podcasting easy, affordable, and downright friendly. Use the promo code Chicago to get 50% off your first 3 months. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Muffed Movies. I am your host, Mark Soloff, and joining me today in all sorts of places are my lovely guests. I'm going to introduce them one unit at a time. The first quantum of guests, you know him from Blastropodcast episode about evolution, Blastropodcast episode about the Earth, which is hurting, and you might know him from a ton of other projects. Welcome, Grant, a.k.a. General Ironicus!
Hi, everybody. How y'all doing? Yeah, it's so good to be here muffing a movie that I adore.
I adore this movie as well.
It's so adorable.
I
just want to scratch his chin.
I cut my egg teeth on this movie as a youth. This taught me about adventure. Now, Grant.
Yes?
You are a podcastman.
Yeah.
Do you have any projects that you want to tell the people about?
Sure. One of my projects that is most similar to muffing a movie would be Sex Archie.
What?
Which is a show my wife and I do where we recap episodes of the CW's hit new teen melodrama, Riverdale. That's the show where the Archie Comics characters get murdered and do drugs.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's about darn time. Where can they find Sex Archie?
You can find Sex Archie on iTunes. That one's hosted on SoundCloud because it's free for the first 6 hours, and we didn't know if it was going to be long term, but it is because we turned out we love it. And another show that the two of us do is called History Honeys, where every other week one of us teaches the other about something cool from the past. So you can hear us talk about things like the Roswell UFO incident, or the construction of Epcot, or any sort of a number of wild and wonderful things. I also do a tabletop AP show that's an actual play show where we tell stories using role-playing games, and you've been on it, and our other guest who is yet to be introduced has also been on it. And it's called 6 Feet Under, and you can find that at 6feats under.com.
You're a busy person.
I'm a busy boy.
Well, let's throw the mic over to our second guest and our second boy of business. You know him from Blurry Photos. It's David Flora!
Hello!
It's good to hear your voice for the first time in 6 days.
Yeah, right. More like less than one.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we're recording this in October of 2017, although it might go out later in the year, later next year even. But Flora and I have been doing a lot together in October. A lot of gross stuff, really.
Totally gross. Totes gross.
Flora, what do you do, and where can our lovely muffers listen and enjoy it?
Well, Mark, Grant, I host the Blurry Photos podcast, which you can find wherever fine podcasts are free. We talk about the unexplained. We talk about mysteries, a little bit of history, some paranormal stuff, cryptozoology, all kinds of the weird and wacky and wonderful in the world. And have a good time while we do it. Try to keep it light and get to the bottom of things, debunk if we can, and remain scurrilous if we have to.
Your scurrilosity is par excellence.
Well, gracias there.
Bar none.
My shows try to be more scrupulous.
Oh.
Yeah.
Scroop versus Skur. Fight in the battle pit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to Muffed Movies for the first time, there's a few things you gotta know, okay? It is a parody movie podcast, and we do have a couple rules, just like Fight Club, except maybe a little more woke. we got
First rule, women can fight too.
That's right.
Yeah.
We got a couple rules. Number 1, we will muff this movie in 45 minutes or less. That's a hard and fast guarantee. Rule number 2, we will muff this movie using only our imaginations, our memories, and some tiny notes, which we have on a Google Drive. Maybe I'll sell those someday when I'm famous. These were the Google Notes used by Grant and David as they recorded Mark's final podcast.
I'm sure by that time they will become holy writ.
Yes, I hope so. I want them to become illuminated. So, we like to have fun. We like to get funky, and we're about to. with today's classic film, Benicio del Toro's Jurassic Park. Ready, boys?
Aye, aye, Captain.
Absolutely.
The
The 1990s. Everyone is wearing denim and khaki. Pockets are everywhere. And 65 million years ago, dinosaurs ceased to walk the earth.
Smash wipe. Isla Nublar. Night. It is a stormy night on this tropical island, a mysterious place where we see a really cool looking futuristic jail cell? No, it's a cargo container being forklifted down through the ebony night onto a set of tracks which go into a sophisticated, technologically advanced animal paddock. Is this a zoo or a robot fighting dome? We're about to find out. We see a lot of workmen standing around in their blue overalls with their official Jurassic Park hard hats. Just so you know it's Jurassic Park, everybody. All of them are carrying what look like rifles, but are actually just little shocky wands. We see leading this cadre of mighty blue-collar working men is the swarthy, broke-nosed, rough-and-tumble, khaki imperialist hunting man, Robert Muldoon. Muldoon looks with a practiced eye over the lowering cage. We see an evil reptilian eyeball whirling around inside a slit in the side of the cage. Excellent. Team 1, put the cage down and stick it into the jail cell.
Can't believe they got all of us here doing this. I mean, automation, am I right? Jeez, I could barely get any hours anymore.
I'm starting to think they spared a little expense.
I think they probably did.
The wheels of the bus go round and round as the cage is snookered into the divot in the side of the paddock.
And why can't the crane go more than 50 feet within the paddock anyway?
That's a good question.
Yeah, you'd think if they could make something that can lift this thing up here, put it on tracks, get it all centered, it could actually go on and push it all the way into this thing and not have us have to be here. I mean...
Excellent point. Team 1, step away. Gatekeeper, scrabble up on top of that gate, not Kate. Leave Kate alone.
Wait, Kate's here?
Kate Winslet escapes into a mist of lavender-scented fog.
Shoot her!
The raptor suddenly, overly fanboyed by his favorite star from Titanic and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. That raptor chases after her, but what's this? It's blocked by the side of the box that it's in, Dexter Morgan childhood style. The raptor headbutts the side of the box, and it was still on roller skates. Uh-oh. That gatekeeper takes a Humpty Dumpty. He takes a dump. He falls straight off of his gate.
I should have complained about my job. No.
The raptor suddenly smells man flesh, and it grabs that gatekeeper by his legs and begins dragging him into the offstage area.
My last words will be employee disgruntlement.
Oh shit, OSHA's gonna have my ass for this.
Robert Muldoon, like OSHA on someone's ass, is immediately there, grabbing the gatekeeper's arms and holding him in a manful embrace, trying to pry this poor fellow out from the raptor's claws.
Tell my children I was a good capitalist drone. Don't tell them the truth.
Shoot her!
But we just got these sticks that shock some. What do you want to... I mean...
Well, can someone reach my gun, which I carry around?
Just listen to management. That's the lesson I've learned.
We told you we would take the certification courses, okay? You didn't want us to have guns. But now look where we are. Sticks against a dinosaur.
Well, long story short, that gatekeeper gets et. We see the camera fade to darkness as Robert Muldoon allows his best job friend to get sucked into the ravenous maw of the off-screen raptor. Boom, boom, boom. How do you like that intro, 7-year-olds that are watching this in the theater? Smash cut. It is day in the Mano de Dios amber mine in the Dominican Republic.
So you're just supposed to stand here on this platform?
The Weasley attorney at law, something Gennaro, in his nice suit and brand new look at me, I know how to walk outside boots, is getting pulled across a filthy swamp on a pallet that's on pontoons.
No seatbelt, nothing. Really?
He is so scared. He is wibbling and wobbling, and the local Dominicans pulling him along are making hay out of this gringo's fearful demeanor.
Take a look at this guy.
This is the last time I pay for valet service in this dang country.
Just so you know, amigo, you're really embarrassing me right now.
Mine Man, the leader of the amber mine, greets Gennaro. He gives him a hearty clap on the back and a handshake that squishes the bones of Gennaro's fish-like hands.
Where's Hammond?
Oh, Hammond is not here. Come with me, Kansas City pretty boy. We've got something to show you, okay? By the way, that's not at all how I greet people. I did that specially for you.
Mine Man leads Gennaro down a slippery slope into the sweet amber mine. Gennaro's comically bopping his knees on stuff and knocking his head. He's out of his element.
The investors who I represent need assurances that this incredibly dangerous and sure to never be profitable venture is not the foolish errand that it appears to be.
Oh, I don't care about anything that you're saying. I'm sorry. We just found something so friggin' cool. But I mean, you're never gonna get you won't get anybody away from their job site to talk about all that. I don't even know what you're talking about, man. But look at this.
Oh, okay. Simultaneously, many things are happening in this fast-paced mine. First, a workman hands Mine Man a sweet amber nug. We'll learn more about that in a second. But Gennaro also hands him a dossier filled with Hammond's top choices of paleontologists and expert inspectors, which apparently the fucking investors need to sign off on for this death park. Mine Man looks appraisingly over the headshots of the various people, turning finally to Alan Grant.
We're trying to get the dustiest looking experts. Okay? They need to exude confidence.
Dr. Grant? You want
Strong man?
You want Dr. Grant?
I chose him specifically because his name sounds like music to my ears.
Lo siento, amigo. You're never gonna get Grant. He's the ungettable. That's what we call him in the Dominican Republic.
Excuse me, senor, did you say you call him Don Gettable, as in Mr. Gettable? Or do you call him...
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. We really need to get this guy.
Do you call him Ungettable?
Oh, the ungettable. But I like Don Gettable better. I didn't know if he was a landowner.
I'm going to listen to my Frank Sinatra song, Don Forgettable. Anyway, here's a piece of amber. It is just filled to the brim with a blood bug.
Oh, sweet blood bug.
The poorly done Dominican accented worker hands Mine Man his amber, and inside is a petrified mosquito, obviously filled with the most precious cargo imaginable. Icky blood. Flash wipe. Montana. Badlands. We see Alan Grant, the man previously spoken of. He is overseeing the super easy dusting off of like just little bits of sand and pebbles from a perfect fossil of a velociraptor. Ellie Sattler, Dr. Grant's graduate student in the book. Oh. And and maybe love interest in the movie. She comes up to him and is like, Ellie Sattler, a woman, Ellie Sattler, a paleobiologist. Wait, Ellie Sattler, a paleobotanist looking for fossilized leaves, has really nothing to do on this site. She's super bored, so she makes Alan look at a computer. I'll tell you what, in a couple of years, we won't even have to dig anymore, and what's the fun in that?
Well, the fun is that you get to shoot the ground with shotgun shells.
Says Shotgun Steve, computer tech and gun nut. Grant touches the screen because he's like way ahead of his time, but it's no touch screen. He just makes it glitch out from the stitch out. And Grant, because like he's kind of the big man on campus. He starts pointing out all the bird features in the raptor. Well, why couldn't dinosaurs have ever evolved into birds? I mean, birds are here and dinosaurs aren't. Coincidence? I don't think so.
Birds aren't scary.
What? Dr. Grant wheels around, and there is Tubbs McLordo. The ugliest child available. What did you say to me about my bird theory?
Birds aren't scary. You're stupid, because, like chickens, we eat them and kick them.
Let me paint you a mind picture right now, Tubbs. Imagine that you're walking naked.
My name's Robert.
Through a forest. You hear a rustling in the bushes, and you see that old Mr. Velociraptor is marching along, having his breakfast constitutional. You freeze, thinking his vision is based on movement, like a T-Reckless, but it's not. It's based on fat smells, and he's out in the force today.
Another fat joke at my expense.
You tense your fat little tummy and prepare to run, but it's too late. Because the one that closes in is not the one in front of you, but the two from the sides that come in and slash your guts. And they claw at you with this. Alan Moore produces a petrified scythe-like raptor claw, which he uses to scratch fresh blood out of the tubby boy's little chest, like he's some bully from Stephen King's It.
Ow!
That's right. I never wash it.
I feel like this foreshadowing's not going to do me any good later.
Maybe your intestines fall out and you're lucky. Or maybe they don't and the raptor has to pull them out with its mind beams.
I don't even know what to think anymore.
All right, I made that part up. Anyway, point is you suck, Raptors rule. Peace. Dr. Grant. Dr. Grant farts out a cloud of dust and begins walking away from the dig site. Ellie, his constant companion, grabs him by the arm.
I don't know. I think I'd like to have one.
What, you want to have a dinosaur claw? Because I know a guy who can get them.
Hey, somebody need a dinosaur claw?
I think you'd be great with a little Tubbs of your own.
I don't know. Babies smell.
Well, yeah, that's why you get them.
Oh, jeez.
You wouldn't understand.
I'm just a really irresponsible piece of garbage.
That's never stopped anyone from having kids.
That's a good point. Oh, wait. Methinks I hear a chopping upon the air. Suddenly, a rich helicopter is spotted outside of the paleontologist's trailer.
Oh, no. All the dust we cleared away in the last 3 minutes. Cover it all up. Tarps everywhere.
Oh, no.
Years of work. Ruined.
They wave their hands frantically, but the chopper pilot will not relent.
The existence of this wealthy man's project is destroying legitimate scientific research. It's almost as if it's a theme of the film. No!
Whoa. They are pointed in the direction of their own Airjet trailer, and they Airstream, and they walk in. And who's this? Why, it's like Havana Nights Santa Claus.
Pop!
Champagne is popped. It was the most precious fluid in the whole place. The bearded, pink Scotsman wheels around and sprays them with a spume of booze.
Oh, congratulations! It's like you just won the World Series!
Now, wait a minute. Who the hell are you?
I'm having flashbacks to Cabo.
I do that with my Havana Nights outfit.
Alan Moore pokes a dusty finger right into the glistening white beard of the Santa man, and the Santa shakes it as though it's a whole hand. He then blows dust off of his hand as though to put Grant in his place as one of the Dust Boys.
Oh, just like in the comics. Now, I am John Hammond, and I'm delighted to meet you both.
Both of the scientists' bowels fall out of their body in shock and surprise. This is John Hammond, the one who has been funding their dig all this time, their mysterious benefactor. They are flabbergasted and know not what to say.
That's all right. You didn't need to say anything. Your faces say it all enough for you.
What can we do you for?
Well, I didn't mean to ruin all the work that I've been funding, but how about you two come and have a drink with me?
All right, we were actually saving that for, the time that I felt comfortable enough with commitment to do a thing.
Nay, laddie, you're saving it for today. I guarantee.
Why? What have you got?
Oh my goodness, he's fine with commitment.
Oh,
you
God.
wonderful man.
Hammond, you're really getting me into hot water here.
Come over here 3 feet and sit in the kitchen.
You plant your butt in our sink for some reason.
Please use the good tumblers. Leave the wine glasses alone.
All right. I know how a kitchen works. All right. Now, I own an island.
Oh, wow, big man.
Okay. Just you wait, Dust Boy. See, I've been building a park, and we want people to be able to come to it and enjoy it with their kids and their families, but we need some experts to certify it, if you will.
Oh, what kind of park is this?
What kind of experts?
Well, it's a bit of a theme park. Bit of a theme. It has to do with what you folks do. I don't know why I'm playing at riddles right now.
Look, I'm sorry, I can't. We have a dig to do. We gotta do it before all the funding runs out, all the grant runs out.
He does that all the time.
Let me tell you what I'm prepared to do. Fly you and the missus down here, check out me wee park, give your A-OK thumbs up. That's great for it. And I'll fund your little digging in the dirt here for what, 5 years? I don't know. Something.
5 years?
3 then.
Oh,
you drive a hard bargain.
You son of a bitch! You shut your
You drive a hard
goddamn mouth!
bargain.
Let me handle this!
Sorry. We'll take it. We'll take it. Thank you. Ha ha ha. Grant and Ellie Sattler hug each other like two scientists who just got paid a reasonable wage. Smash cut to San Jose, Costa Rica. We see Sean Spicer. Nope.
Bum, 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 bum,
It's
bum.
Dodson. We've got Dodson here.
Do-do-do. Do-do-do.
This man is walking through San Jose in the most stealth mode available. He
Can't find me, Dodson.
He's got shades on that have the little mirror sides so he can look behind him, Spytech style. He's got a fedora like before it was cool.
Dodson's nowhere.
And through the bushes, he spies the rotund comical form of Dennis Nedry, the
Target acquired.
slovenly computer hacker, just eating a bunch of mangos and plantains and all sorts of indigenous beautiful fruit and fauna.
He somehow found fruit that's full of cholesterol. Truly a skilled operator.
Dodson materializes as a living shadow into the seat next to Nedry.
I used the clothes iron in my hotel room to burn off my fingerprints.
What, Dodson? What are you doing here? It's me, Nedry. I'm just trying to enjoy my food and think about hacking.
Have this briefcase full of money.
Nedry cackles like an old crone and holds this briefcase to his manful chest.
There's more briefcases where that came from once you get the samples.
You don't have to worry about getting the samples. I got an 18-minute window that I've put into the computer system. That 18
You're going
minute...
to watch most of a cartoon.
Yeah, while they're watching most of a cartoon, I'm gonna be stealing dino DNA.
Fantastic.
Hey, wait a minute. What am I supposed to put? Do I put the DNA right into the briefcase or what?
Look here. Legitimate spy shit.
Dodson produces a small metal cylinder. What's this? No, this is just a can of Barbasol shaving cream, which would influence a generation of boys for when they would become shavers one day, that they would want that same brand. Dodson tells Nedry to enter in the special cipher code, and it transforms open into a small robot, which unfolds itself and shows Nedry all of its DNA receiving orifices.
My fedora will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
What? And just like that, Dodson has vanished. Nedry looks down as though he has woken from a dream, and he sees the check has been paid. Dodson didn't get cheap on him. That was Hammond's mistake. Flash cut. The interior of a rich man's helicopter. We see Jeff Goldblum wearing a leather coat and rock and roll pants, and the sleazy lawyer Gennaro. And they're sitting across from Dr. Grant and Ellie Sattler. And Jurassic Santa is also with them, enjoying every moment of this meet cute between the four of them. What he's trying to say is, this is Ian Malcolm. He's a mathematician. I'm sorry, he's a chaotician. Apparently that's different. And he's legally obligated to be here because this technically counts as community service for his harassment case.
I basically brought him along for comic relief.
That's right. Out of fear that Hammond would be cast as the Gimli of this squad, he decided he needed like an unctuous gecko to come on in and just like clown his way through the park. No one makes a Gimli out of John Hammond, except for Procompsognathus. Read the book. Anyway, Malcolm like feels his suckers all over Ellie as Grant fiddles with a useless seatbelt. Chaos theory is in full effect, ladies and gentlemen, whatever that is.
It's about strange attractors. They don't get much stranger.
They see suddenly out of the mists of Avalon. It's the Costa Rican.
Oh, everybody shut it! There it is.
Beautiful verdant rainforests. The necessary John Williams fanfare gives us all a real jolt in the tuchus and makes our hearts cry as the helicopter lands on an island paradiso.
I can't believe they make us wear salmon belts. Oh my God.
They land safely at a helipad and a Jeep picks them up. We'll see a lot of fucking four-wheel drive car placement in this film.
Merchandising.
The uniform wouldn't be so bad if it's not for the helmet. Just keep your head down. Just
Yeah, some sort of G.I. Joe extra comes over and helps everyone into the Jeep.
Thought they'd have this automated by now.
They're driving in a beautiful field. Da, 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 da. So they're driving in a field. Everyone is just focusing straight ahead.
Look at this dang leaf!
Oh, man. Somehow, mysteriously, a mosquito sucked the blood of a leaf, and they extracted that DNA.
It's the size of my whole head!
Ellie's so excited because those leaves will sell for quite a lot of money on the black spice market.
And we've got fences, and we've got rails, and sort of jeeps, but also smaller jeeps, and we've got jello, and we've got bones in a twist of irony.
Suddenly, John Williams gives us a little goose.
That music tells me one thing. Stop, driver. Stop right here.
Driver.
I don't care if it's in the middle of a field. Stop.
The driver stops apparently in the middle of an animal enclosure, I guess. They were taking a shortcut. And Alan Grant.
These are on rails. How did you do it?
Jump the track, sir. Dr. Grant stands at full attention, turgid as all get out, with a shake. Dr. Grant, with a shaking hand, removes his eye manacles, his horse blinders, and looks to the left. He sees something that's going to be incredible if only it were on camera. And then it is.
Ah, my hair! Oh!
Dr. Grant breaks Ellie Sattler's neck, twisting her head around to look at a Brachiosaurus. Ooh. A chorus of goblins squelches out of the muddy earth and sings their fanfare in praise of the Brachi. Everyone gets out and walks dangerously close to its mighty elephantine legs. And they're so excited because it's a dinosaur. The end.
Well, she's pretty big, eh? Imagine how fast she can run. Not very, she's pretty big, but we clocked the T-Rex at 32 miles an hour.
A T-Rex? You have a say again?
We have a T-Rex.
Oh, Dr. Grant suddenly goes back to his flashbacks from Nam when he was forced to dress as a T-Rex down in that spider hole they kept him in all day.
Just throw up. Just throw up now. It'll be fine. You'll feel better.
He throws up all of his Lucky Charms.
Dr. Grant. Oh, plant lady, Sattler.
Poison ivy.
Even comic relief. Welcome to Jurassic Park.
You forgot me, sir. Yes, I'm
I don't care about you, lawyer.
Goblins?
Would you like to know how I did it?
Yes.
I'll show you.
Smash cut. Jurassic Park Visitor Center. Pretty nice for the 90s. Dr. Grant and Dr. Malcolm walk up the Jurassic stairs, and they look at the dinosaur fossils. A T-Rex is posed forever trying to bite on the neck of a Brachiosaurus, but it will never be able to, for it died long ago. Malcolm nudges Grant right in his ribs. You're right, Dr. Malcolm. I guess paleontologists are the ones that are going extinct. Smash cut. It's a Disney World style moving movie theater car ride where you get strapped into a really gentle cart and watch a movie, and then your cart moves.
Sit down there and keep your arms inside. Don't want insurance troubles before we even start. Let's see. Sus manos y brazos inski.
Gennaro brushes a skeleton out of his seat. And John Hammond walks right up next to the movie screen like it's a goddamn Rocky Horror Picture Show.
All right.
With his cue cards. And he's like, it's time to do a passion play for these rubes.
Red leather, yellow leather, unique New York.
RKO presents Jurassic Park.
Hello, John. Oh, I've got lines. Oh, I even know what I'm doing right now. Hello. Oh, fine, I guess. But how did I get here? Right. Let's see. Give me your blood.
He's got a knife!
One of the goblins, just covered from head to toe in scars from these various knife punishments that David Bowie gives him, runs traumatized out of the room.
Ouch! That hurt, John. Shut it, John. It's what we have to do to clone you. Hello, John. Hello, John. Hello, John.
All of a sudden, John Hammond is the multiple man, and like a great Indian god, like all sorts of arms sprout from behind him.
They farmed out the animation to a Bollywood studio. We saved a pretty penny on that one.
Yes, these virtual Hammonds have a real fun time just jerking each other off, and then it's time.
The figures are autoerotic, actually, yes.
That's right. And then it's time for a frightening cyclone of pebbles to cartoonishly come up on the screen.
Mr. DNA.
Well, hey there.
Where'd you come from?
I came from your blood.
The blood! The goblin is smashed by Dr. Wu. Get back in your cage, you.
Tell us more, Mr. DNA.
Oh, well, sure. You see, all life is made up of DNA. It's a code that says everything you're going to do. It tells you how you're going to look. It tells you when you're going to die. And I can read yours because I know everything, John.
Uh-oh.
I see a long, long life for you to reflect upon your many failures and mistakes.
I didn't remember writing that.
Mr. DNA hands John a small pamphlet on Christianity, and then the ride moves on.
John Hammond throws it on the pile already in the corner.
There's a skeleton under the pile. The ride moves on. Grant is just getting so uncomfortable that he forces the safety mechanism to rip open. He's like the Incredible Hulk. And
he really wants to see them be autoerotic. Wow.
Everyone in the cool kids row jumps out of the tram and like bum rushes the genetics lab. They don't scrub up. They don't put on gloves. They're just like, let's get into this, man.
Is that supposed to happen?
It looks like the real scientists are here to liberate us, sir. Shall we take up arms in the revolution?
Oh no, humor them just long enough for them to sign off on me bloody park, and then we'll give them the right drubbing they deserve. I'm Irish now. The scientists bum rush a clutch of eggs, which is under a sweet George Foreman heat lamp, and they see one of them wobbling around like a practical robotic special effect. Dr. Wu, he rolls up to them. And he's like, oh, shit, you guys, that egg's hatching.
This is my favorite part here. Gotta glove up.
Wait, if he's supposed to be giving the tour for every group, that's like 8 hours a day, and he's supposed to be here for all the eggs to hatch. Mr. Hammond, are those your actual clones? Did I figure it out?
Shut it, lass. Look, come on in. Come on in.
Just push already.
And the grossest omelet I've ever seen, a tiny Egbert snoots its little nose out of the egg. John Hammond peels away the blood-soaked mucus that's inside of every egg you eat. And he sees a little clawed, helpless, like, demon. And he's, like, shaking his little limbs around, taking an Instagram video of it.
I've been here for every birth on the island. I'm like their wee mother.
They have sex with each other then?
Oh no, they can't breed in the wild. They're all girls.
Skirts?
No, you guys. Hi, I'm Dr. Wu. I'm kind of the voice of reason. These dinosaurs can't breed. They're all females. We engineered them that way. Dr. Malcolm
Away.
really wishes that he didn't get into that fight, which required his jaw to be wired shut before he came to the island. Yeah, it's no big deal. Look, they're all female. We use genetic engineering, which is not evil magic like Michael Crichton might say, and it's fine. Nothing is going to go wrong. Just chill. You know what? Fuck, get out of my lab. Get out of my lab.
Oh, Woo's mad now. I advise everyone to exit.
I don't really eat GMOs, and I don't want to be eaten by them either.
Pretty good. Blastropodcast is a member of the Chicago Podcast Cooperative. If you like my show, you might like some of the other podcasts you'll find there. Like Alcohollywood, where my friends Clint and Jarrett have a guest on, and they talk about one movie each week, old or new, good or bad, and they create a custom cocktail and drinking game for it. It's an awesome show. I've been on it many times, and I highly recommend it.